Welcome back to Western Australia. This will be our first episode, so let's go and see what we can do on this map. Okay, so we've managed to get Courseplay to work on I managed to get Courseplay to work on the Aussie map. I've had a few issues with it. It just would not work. Now, I found this highly unrealistic planter, obviously. And we're going to use this for these massive fields. I am going to sort of clear one thing out. This is not going to be a realistic map in any way, shape, or form. It's going to be a fun map where I'm not really going to do a let's play as such. So I am going to use any of the cheats available type of thing. And when I mean cheats, like obviously I got $3 million. So obviously I didn't start with the equipment that comes with the map and so on. So the idea is to show off this little massive map. Little massive, that's a bit silly way to say it, but it's a massive map. And to show off this kind of equipment that normally doesn't get a look at. Most YouTubers, I think most YouTubers that I watch other than Nick the Hick, I think it is, completely stay away from this type of mods because they call them unrealistic. And I know that a lot of people out there don't really like using these kind of mods because exactly for the same reason. It's unrealistic and so on and so on. I am aware of that, and I think mods like this have a place on these type of maps. I mean, let me just, if you're not familiar with the map, have a look at that. But that looks, have a look at field 11, for example, on this map, and field 24 and so on. If you would play this with the real equipment that exists in the game, even, the Hawk, I think, which is, about 20 something to 30 meters, and 2,000 liters of seed and so on. As a single player, it would never work. Let's face it, it would take you hours upon hours just to seed this field. And there's no way that you would say that you would sit here and do that on fields like this. Now, yeah, absolutely. This would be an awesome multiplayer map. So, if I had more time and if I had a few more people that were willing to play this map, I would love to play this type of map with purely just the tools, in-game tools, no mods whatsoever. But you think about it. Even if you had 10 players on this, it would still take a long time. But it would be fun. You have 10 players. Again, if money wasn't an issue, where you could buy multiple planters and so on, it would be a fun map to play on multiplayer. I am actually surprised that some of the modders out there that do multiplayer, some of the YouTubers out there that do multiplayer videos haven't chosen this map to be their multiplayer. Okay, it's not the most scenic, but it's not an ugly map. It's actually a very nice looking map, fairly close to reality in Australia. Well, at least the farm that I worked on many years ago wasn't a wheat farm, it was a cotton farm. Humongous amounts of humongous fields, nothing around them. A lot of the maps these days, they kind of try to portray a way of, how do I say it? A way where there is, towns all over the place and the fields around towns. And no, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of places in the world where maps like that are real, where the a farmer actually has fields around, around where there's houses and shops and so on, and they have to drive to the city streets or the town streets to get to their farmlands and so on. Farming with Daffy Ag would be one of them, for example. If you don't know who he is, he's a farmer that in America that sort of does mainly to do with cows, so silage and corn, but corn for silage. So no doubt about it, there's plenty of places in the world where you farm and the point of your farm is exactly that. You're farming around, and you are, you have to drive your equipment through the city streets to do whatever you need to do. The farm that I worked on, however, in Australia was not like that, not even close. Um, you know, the farm was way out of town. Once you enter the property of the farmer, it would take you, in some cases, hour and a half to get to the field that you were working on, and that's by four-wheel drive, not by tractor. So I don't want anyone to think that you're talking, an hour and a half at 20 kilometers or 30 kilometers an hour. This is an hour, sometimes more, driving at 70, 80, 90, 100 kilometers an hour. So that kind of gives you an idea of the size of the farm that I worked on anyway. So this is the point of this type of machine. I know I had a header for my combine that was quite messy, but I can't find it anymore. I had to delete it when I had issues with the Western Wilds, and can't find it anymore. And I figured out, by the way, just for anyone that was curious, what was the problem with the Western Wilds. Why did I have the issues? I had the issues because what I try to do is move my save game from slot 1, for example, to a slot 5 or 6 or 7, something like that. So then I copied and pasted the save game into a new folder, and that was the problem. It did not like that, me deleting the new game and adding my game files into the same folder. And that was why it went all nuts on me. But anyway, so we're planting wheat. We do own these fields 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9. If Courseplay works, I might just end up buying the whole map. Not because I'm interested in buying the whole map, but because it would be nice to do field 11. How awesome would it be to unite all these fields together, 9, 11, and 15, and just have that as a field? But I won't be doing that, I promise you. Have a look how awesome this map could be if you just, if you were able to join all this. I'm not sure about here, but on this side, as you saw where I was just going through here, you could easily unite these two maps together. But if Courseplay doesn't stuff around with me, with the map, and actually works, I will. Now I'm curious to see what's going to happen with these trees. I haven't checked if this goes through the trees, because if it has a collision, in other words, that's what I was trying to say. Because these trees are floating here. Oh, but the Courseplay recognized the new. I sort of painted that in there. Yeah. So if, like I said, if Courseplay doesn't muck around, I will, just for the fun of it, buy the whole map, and then do like a let's play, like a harvesting, not let's play, on that massive field. All right, I think I blabbed on enough. Let's do a little bit of Courseplay. Wow, my words are really letting me down this day. Let's do a little bit of a time lapse, and I'll see you when it's almost done. Here it is, going around the little island. Now, even with this size, I think it's been going on for about a good 25 minutes. And this is how much it's done, which is not too bad. Not too bad at all, actually. But still, quite a bit of work, quite a bit of time for only a little progress. 25 minutes, half an hour, I think it's been going on. So we'll let him do his work and we'll come back. All right, so went to the wrong shed. I thought that I put the planter or the seeder in that shed, but no. We're gonna drive to the area where our workers normally stay. One thing is beautiful about these sheds is that even they can accommodate even a machine as ridiculous as this. You know, it's gonna be fun trying to get out of here. Okay, so what do I need to do now is find myself a different tractor. Okay, none of these, definitely not this, or maybe this one. Okay, we need to get a couple of rollers because I don't believe we have one, but we need to get two for sure. Actually, let's have a look. How fast is the one that I have, the roller? What's the speed on it? Let's sell it and get another two. But we definitely want to max the speed on them. Okay. So it's 22 kilometers per hour. That's fine. So we'll buy two. I'm trying to think whether I want to lease. Do I have any T8s? You know what? We don't really use what's the choices? Continental. Do we want to use that kind of stuff or doubles? I don't think we need to use doubles. Ooh. Okay. Okay. You know what? This will do. Now we're gonna go up to max, not that we need it, and we're gonna get GPS. Again, not that we need it. So at least two of these. Again, money is not an issue. Only if it feels like this in real world, eh? Oh, I forgot I had these two John Deeres. And I got these two combines, but let's get them out of the way. I wanted to sort of find a way to use this highly unrealistic New Hollands. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll set it all up to roll the fields and I'll come back. Alright, so I set up Courseplay to do the rolling with two implements. I honestly don't know if I did it right. It seems to be working. It took me a while to realize exactly what I was doing. So I have one on the left and one on the right. 24.6 meters, so it seems to be doing a-okay. Let's have a look at the map. It says needs rolling. Okay, so we're rolling it, and then it tells me that I should have put lime. But hey, we're not gonna bother with that. Can I turn lime off? Lime required off. Well, let's get rid of weeds as well. This is too big of a field. And the rest is fine. Okay, so what, like I said, I've kind of just done it from what I remember. What is he doing? That is a lot of Or does he want to get that little bit as well? Is that why he's coming all the way back here? Alright, looks like he came all the way back there to get that little bit, which is interesting. Alright, so he seems to be doing his work. I don't believe I set convoy and all that sort of stuff. I couldn't figure out how to do all that. I know you can set up the distance on how far back it's going to stay. But as you can see on the map, there's already quite a lot of distance between them because how long it took me to figure out how to set up the second worker. So hopefully that would mean that they will stay at this distance for a long time. And as I showed you just before, it is working, and that's hardly anything that it's doing anything at all, despite the fact that we've got 50 meters at the time that he's going. So we'll let him do his work, and we'll come back when he's almost done. Hopefully course play will not disappoint. Alright, so rolling done. To be really honest, I kind of like these tractors, despite the fact that I don't really use them that much. The New Hollands. Actually, what I need to do before I go any further, clear the course. Alright, let's find out where we're at exactly. So we need to go this way to make it back to our base. But before we do, let me clear this course as well. And we'll wait for that guy to come through. Then we'll get on our right side of the road. And why not put the beacons on, hey? Now, I actually don't mind this setup. Who knows, I may even change up so our rollers stay on this kind of setup, blue with blue type of thing. Maybe, who knows. I said the point is I get to show you different mods different things that we can do. I don't like the fact that he put the fence around the field. In this area where it is Rahul Kangaroos, or in this area where we are, it's not that big of a deal because the fence is quite a bit away, so that's fine. But obviously in other areas where the fence is a lot closer, it's probably not the best thing. But anyway, we've planted, I've plowed and done all that bits in the previous episode. I did record it, but it kind of didn't come up very good, so I didn't bother with it. That's why there is no footage on me doing all the plowing and rock collecting and all that sort of stuff. But like I said, in the next videos, we will obviously do that as well, and you'll get to see me try to harvest all this corn in these fields over here. Oh, that's not bad, taking that at maximum speed. One thing is the beauty with this is that the way the sheds are, even though there is not a humongous amount of sheds, right? Oops. But the way they are, and the size of them, is actually very, 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 very sufficient. I'm trying to think where, you know what, I'm not really using this, so let's put them in here. And look, that guy's coming to meet me, hey? That's about right, isn't it? Okay, so where are we at? We are, wow, we've got plenty of time to do whatever we need to do. So we're gonna need to fast forward up to a point of, where are we? April. What's in the cheap shop? Even though I don't know why, but I keep wanting to look at that as well anyway. Not needed. So our truck, I can get rid of you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get out of the way. I want to try something before I end this episode. I see that we have sort of like a service station over here. Is it doing anything, or is it just for show? Or is it just a picture, I mean, not for show? Don't smash into things. Is it just me, or it's bouncing a little bit off those things? So it's not really liking that. So we have a bit of a control here. Does it do anything? No. Oh well, at least it's kind of there. So we've got our T8s. Like I said, I don't mind them. We got our blue trucks. So we got our seeders over here. Oh no, this is a plows. And our seeders, no again. So our seeders, I always forget, they're over here. Bang, smash into the tree. That's our seeders right there. Crazy looking, but efficient. So thank you very much for watching this episode. You know, as always, if you like what you see, consider subscribing. I like the fact that when you're walking on water, you can actually hear it. Where are you going? We got our village over here where our workers live. The worker station. Oh, look, they got a barbecue and everything else. Yep. And there's our cornfield. So great views. Awesome place for snakes to hide. And obviously we've got our 2 patriots. I think that's what they call it, right? Trident. Okay. So have a wonderful day wherever. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.